Whew. Friends, good morning to everyone. So I'm starting my video. Look near the birch tree where I was picking mushrooms last time. But here we've had a cold snap. You see, the mushrooms don't want to grow. I thought they would get bigger, but they just don't want to grow. These are the mushrooms, but there are very few of them. There are very few of them. You walk and you only find these few. Just these few. Single ones. Here you can see hornbeam mushrooms. Oh, it was -2 today, but they're still here. I've gathered a few here. I'll show you now. Just a few like these. Look, I've gathered a little. I thought I'd pick some and show you, but I see there aren't many mushrooms, so I'll show you what we have. As they say, it is what it is. The forest is hornbeam and birch, so what should we look for now? I think I should get a little lucky today in this bright spot. I'm looking, thinking I'll come closer and take a look. Here they are, all old mushrooms standing here. I'll show you now. Wow, it's like a bouquet. Look, a bouquet of roses all at once. Here are the mushrooms, and here you see they're so young. Young ones standing here. Oh God, look how beautiful they are. Wow, they're warming up in the sun standing here. Now these are real beauties. That's what I call it. I wish there were more of them like this. To find about 15 or 20 of them, now we'll look for them. The sun is already warming up and they're standing here. I'll show you now. I showed you this first group. Now I've come to all of them. Look at these ones standing here. What are they called? The white ones. These with the stumps, and we don't need the white ones. Look at these stems here. Oops. Wow, listen, just look at their stems. These are beautiful, look. These are real beasts. Their stems are impressive. Look, see what kind of markings the mushroom has, what kind of markings it has. Especially on these, our birch boletes stand out. Look, have you ever seen anything like this? I'll show you now. Have you ever seen honey mushrooms like these? This is just amazing. It's a real parade. Look at these beauties. Look at these beauties, our thick-stemmed birch boletes. But actually, this is a winter honey mushroom, a real winter one. I don't mean flammulina, this is a hornbeam mushroom, but I mean that it has thick stem. This isn't like picking summer honey mushrooms for you. That's it, the next birch isn't dense, but there's one big cluster there. I'll show you now what makes me happy. I'll tell you this. These have thick stems. There aren't any honey mushrooms with thin stems. And what also makes me happy is that they're, top-notch. I would say, look, top-notch mushrooms. I'll show you the pile now. I didn't pick single ones like these before, but this time it's already a mushroom. Probably, well, at least here it's the last one, although that's not a fact. Look. Look, what a family. And what beauty. But antique beauty. So you take it from her, grab this beauty. That's what you need, look. That's what you need. Oh. Look at these beautiful hornbeam honey mushrooms in families like this. Last time I didn't even go, there were so many, but this time not so much yet, but it's okay. We'll go over there now, make our way through these bushes. There, I know, there are about 10 birch trees, and there should definitely be something there, so it's better if we get there and take a look. Look how big this blueberry has grown in my forest. It's just beautiful. Look, the berries for sale are 100 hryvnias per kilogram. That's the wholesale price. I planted one bush and look how big it grew. I think it didn't let me down. At the market, the seller told me, plant it and you won't know any trouble. That's it. Beautiful. I'll just pick some right now. For my daughter, she loves this kind of blueberry. Well, look how many there are. They're the size of grapes, and you can even make a tincture. Now the harvest is gathered. Look at these blueberries. Huh? They've grown so well. Beautiful. Just beautiful. We'll make a tincture out of this one, and this one will be for my daughter to eat. Well, you're an incredible support. Do you see how much? A lot of them were cut off. Mushrooms. But I see it nearby. There's this thing here. Look, a batch. What a batch is growing here. Looks good. Here we go. Thank you, nice little batch. Nice one. Oops. I'm taking it. Oh. So. Beautiful mushrooms. Look, friends, what a beauty. What a beauty, but not many. Oh, I have the hiccups. I see. There are a lot of little ones over there by the tree. But there are no big ones I see here. As they say, it is what it is. The basket is getting a little fuller. So I hope that today we'll still manage to gather something. I went down into the lowland. Here there are oak and hornbeam trees. And look, here's a fallen log lying here as well. Not all of it. For mushrooms, a small little pile. Well, they're good. Look how beautiful they are. Beautiful, aren't they? So here are two of them. Young ones, there are fewer of them up there. Here are bigger ones. This is for roasting. Like these and like these. These will go for the salad. Here. Also good. You see the previous ones between them and find honey mushrooms. Let's try this and see if we find something better. Well, for now, that's how it is here, friends. Look, you can see a little oak under the oak, and here stands a little cluster, a small cluster. But you see, they're all like this, thick stem. Here we go, thick stem, friends. That's how they're standing. Oh. Look at these chubby little guys. Who is saying this to me in the comments all the time? That I pick mushrooms instead of cutting them. Guys, honestly, I'm tired of repeating this. Mushrooms don't reproduce by roots, they reproduce by spores. For the mycelium, it doesn't matter if you pick them or twist them out. So it's really up to you, as they say. Do whatever you want. Pick them, twist them out. I just tear off the roots and throw them here, and I take the caps with me. Nice mushrooms. Please don't post nonsense in the comments. I'm asking politely. Look at this beauty. Both for roasting, for salad basically, mushrooms for every taste. Now I'll cut these. I waited so I could see them all together in a nice bunch. And here you see these are thick stemmed, right? Look, the more there are, the happier I am. What can I say, friends? What can I say? That's just how it is. No, I don't know. Are these the last mushrooms or not the last ones? I don't know what will happen next either, but I hope that we'll still find something else this year. So thumbs up, everyone. I wish you all good health. I'm heading out now. Goodbye, everyone.